Yo, this Too Tough here. This is this week's edition of Too Tough Tough Talk. Yo, in Rhode Island on Saturday on DAZN, on the Andrade versus Sulecki card, you had Joseph Parker facing Alex Leape, and you had Khalid Yafai facing Jimenez. Yafai won. After the victory, he called out I don't know if he called anybody out, but he sure enough said that he's with Matchroom. So I think since Juan Estrada just signed with Matchroom, maybe they could do a unification. That'll be smart. Joseph Parker took on Alex Leape. It's not really for anything. Joseph Parker didn't look impressive. I'm not sure what's next. My suggestion will be to fight someone like maybe the Dave Allen, David Price winner. That's what I would go with. And then Dave Allen, David Price winner. And then you had Demetrius Andrade fight Sulecki to defend his WBO middleweight title. Andrade dropped him in the first round, and it looked like he was going to put him away like in the first few rounds. But then Sulecki, I guess his legs must have got back up under him, and he decided he wasn't going down. So Andrade won by decision. And then in Houston on Showtime, you had Claudio Marrero facing Ramirez. You had Erickson Lubin facing Atu, and Charlo versus Brandon Adams. All right, so with Marrero, he won. It was a title eliminator. I don't know if it was a final eliminator, but it sure enough was to get some people out the way so that he could get a future title shot. Then Erickson Lubin dispatched Atu quickly. I think it was the fourth round. Atu's corner actually threw in the towel. After Atu got dropped hard. What's next for Lubin? I think this was to be put into a mandatory position, but I don't know if he should fight Harrison or J-Rock yet. But those guys got things to settle first with their rematches and everything. So I don't think that Lubin will be facing any one of the champs this year at all anyway. Maybe in the summer of next year, you'll see Lubin up against another champ. Then Charlo versus Brandon Adams. Brandon Adams was expected to be demolished. Much like Parker was supposed to demolish Leapai or whatever, Charlo was expected, myself included, expected Charlo to do away with Adams. Adams was in 2 Boxino tournaments on ESPN, which is basically a tournament with some like wannabes, never beens, never was, has-beens, and then you have a few prospects sprinkled in. He lost twice in 2 years consecutively. He lost to John Thompson and he lost to Willie Monroe. I don't know if it's Willie Monroe then John Thompson or John Thompson and Willie Monroe. I'm forgetting. But he wound up winning the Contender Series, which got him the fight. He was rumored to be facing Triple G, but he opted to face Charlo instead. I don't think he won any rounds, but it was an entertaining fight because Adams was not quitting. So he gave it his all, and since he gave it his all, kudos to the brother. He may get another fight. Jermell Charlo is now the WBC champ. He was before going into that fight. But what makes too much sense is Charlo versus Andrade for the WBC and WBO titles. That makes too much sense. So it probably won't happen. But, Charlo's with PBC, Andrade's with DAZN, so it would probably be a hard task anyway. I'm thinking Charlo may fight Deverenchenko for a joint title once Deverenchenko fights for that vacant IBF that Canelo will soon vacate. Anyway, That was yesterday's shows, Saturday's shows from Rhode Island and from Houston. That was aired on DAZN and Showtime. Anyway, Too Tough, and I'm out.